the Judgment Day situation. We could jump to that. Um, yeah, I really like where this is going though. Like I said with the priest thing earlier with the briefcase, I thought I was gonna get to that. So yeah, let me get to that. I didn't like it, but now I see that they're gonna have him feud with Finn and kick Finn out of the Judgment Day. That's what it's looking like.
Right.
Or it's gonna be a split between everybody and everybody just go their own ways. It might be that too. Because kind of Dom got involved too. Like, yo, what are you gonna do? Like telling Priest, yo, cash it in. Like, what are you gonna do? Cash it in, cash it in, cash it in.
I mean, the setup that they had was crazy because like Don was really trying to help them. Like, yo, cash it right now. They see
Yeah.
that's you know what I'm saying. And it was like, all right. But I knew something was gonna happen. It was too soon. It was like, all right, there's no drama behind it. Like, okay, it's cool. I mean, he might have he has the potential to cash in, but you know, I feel like Seth wasn't beat up enough for them to actually, you know what I'm saying, him to cash in actually win. They got to drag it out a little bit longer.
Hold on, I'm about to yeah. Let me share this. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I was like surprised, but I think what is gonna happen with that, Finn gonna get mad, like, yo, whose side you on? Like, I seen you try to help him cash it in. You know I got beef with this dude. You know I want that title. Like, whose side are you on, Dom? That's what I see Finn doing.
But you know what's crazy too? Like, what was it last week? Yeah, last week when Rhea told Carmelo Hayes like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying, you stuck in those in Judgment Day business. You know what I'm saying? So I can see Priest kind of teasing, you know what I'm saying, to cash in on Carmelo too to kind of keep him on edge.
Yeah, I can see that too, but I forgot about that. They supposed to all be going to NXT next week
Oh, they are.
On Finn Balor's behalf too. Like he's spoken up, he spoke for everybody. So I think they could Finn probably gonna try to talk to Priest to cash it in on Mello, right?
I can see that.
But then again, if Finn go down there and challenge Mello, that's gonna be more friction now. Like, yo, every title I'm challenging for, you trying to cash in on.
And speaking, and like I said, when they come here, like I would love for Carmelo to somehow be on Raw here in Atlanta. That I think I'll be alright with that too.
I was gonna save that for rumors, but they said they were gonna use him more on the main roster. You're gonna see the NXT title might be defended at SummerSlam too.
Yeah, I mean, because it's because you know, like we all said, you know, Carmelo and we thought, like I said, Carmelo and Braun was gonna get drafted, but you know, obviously they didn't. But it's a way to kind of like get him out there to kind of like let people know. I mean, and then it's like you know, like just like when the main roster guys go to NXT to try to help them out. I feel like they're gonna be doing the same thing with NXT, like kind of like Carmelo come up on Raw and you know have certain matches to get that exposure. I'm shocked Braun didn't have a match on Raw yet. You know they had Seth go to NXT to fight him, but
You know why Braun ain't had no match on Raw yet?
well yeah, but you know
At that time when he was champion, his shit really wasn't. He wasn't really. He didn't have that mellow. That mellow aura right now. When
yeah
Braun was NXT champion. That shit was like, yo, when is he gonna lose, bro? But
right
Hill Braun is fire.
he's definitely a whole lot better than. I need to watch it. I know he said he's gonna break some news this week, so I think I'm gonna go back and watch and see what he had to say or whatever rumor whatever news he broke. I know
Yeah,
towards the end of
yeah,
last week he said he flipped out on Sean.
he's wild. Yeah. He's feuding with Dragunov now. Him and Ivan, brother. They gonna have a crazy match.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
They gonna have a crazy match. Anything Dragunov, he's underrated, bro. All he do is put on bangers after banger after banger. I don't know why they did not make him the fourth member of Imperium, bro.
Right, yeah. I you
He,
know what? I feel like once you know Imperium is gonna get to a point where they're like kind of stale or not really stale, but they're gonna get outside of Gunther, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna kind of, you know what I'm saying, like Ludwig and Giovanni, they're gonna kind of keep getting beat up. or like that. And I think that's when um, Ilya is going to come join them and kind of spark them back up, you know, to ignite that fire with them to give them that extra element.
Who, Dragunov?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see him doing that. Yeah, that can make sense. Yeah, that makes sense. But the way it's looking now, cause you know, that's another thing I was gonna say for rumors, but you know what it's looking now? It looks like they splitting all these factions up.
yeah.
So it looked like it's not gonna be no war games this year.
Yeah, I feel like we said before. I feel War Games is gonna be whoever has a feud around that, whoever has the hottest feud around that time is gonna, you know what I'm saying, be like, all right, well, you get your 5, I get my 5. Like, you know what I'm saying, like right now, if War Games was, let's say War Games was this or in August, I could see, you know, Cody and his team against Brock's team, you know what I'm saying, something like that. But I feel like that's how War Games is probably going to be. That's how War Games typically is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, outside of, you know, last year when it was predetermined, like, all right, the Bloodline versus, you know, KO's squad.
Yeah.
So
Who did KO have on his team last year?
that's a good question. Who was on
That all I remember is the bloodline. We know who was on the bloodline. Sammy. Who KO had? Riddle? Yeah, Riddle. And Randy wasn't there.
Nah, Randy was there. Was it? Oh, it was.
It wasn't the Street Profits.
Now was it Sheamus?
Oh, it was the Brawl and Brutes and KO
I think so. Hold on, let me see.
and McIntyre. And they lost. Man, that's a good team to lose to.
Hold on, let me see if I can try
I
to.
don't think Ridge Holland was in that.
All right, so War Games, it was the Bloodline versus the Brawling Brutes, Sheamus, Rich Holland, Bush, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens.
Oh, Ridge Holland was in that match. They could have replaced him with somebody.
Right.
I don't remember him in that match. I remember Butch in that match. Butch had his moments in that match.
Yeah, I can see it. But you know what? Yeah, because now I'm looking at how everything played out. How everything played out. Yeah, that was a squad.
I don't remember. That's crazy. I don't remember Ridge Holland in there. I'm like, was Ridge really in that?
Yeah.
But yeah. I think that's the way it's looking at. Because the way it's looking, I'm seeing at Survivor Series is going to be Melo against Roman and Seth.
Mm.
Champion versus champion. They about to go back to that, I think.
I hope so, because that was like the best Survivor Series. You know what I'm saying? In a while.
Like they would do NX, like it would do like I don't know who they would put Wesley up against though if he's still North American champ. Will you put him up against Gunther or Theory or it might not be Theory? Whoever.
Wesley versus Gunther in Theory.
Oh yeah, you could do that too.
And then you know Gunther be the strong one, and you know Wesley be the underdog. And you
But
know,
they would have to split up the tag titles.
I was about to say that there will be no tag unless I can see.
Yeah, they would have to split it up. It would have to be like they would have just most likely what it's looking like. Street Profits is gonna be the champions on SmackDown.
You know what I can see? I can see Imperium versus Gallus.
What at Survivor Series?
Yeah.
If Imperium win the tag titles before, I forgot Gallus got the tag titles.
Yeah, and then you can just have Theory versus Wesley.
I forgot about that. It would be so you put Gallus against Sammy and KO and Imperium.
Yeah.
And then the women, What you do? Oscar versus Oscar versus Rhea versus what's that girl?
Tiffany Stratton.
Tiffany Stratton.
I think they would probably take the belt off Tiffany and put. Or who would they put
And
it on?
Roxanne or Cora Jade.
I think they would be too small.
That's what I'm saying. See,
Yeah, like
there's
yeah.
nobody down there.
And Nikita Lyons, I mean, obviously she's hurt, and even if she's back by then, she would definitely need more work to be in a spotlight like that.
Yeah, because she's definitely not training now. All she's doing is taking pictures on beaches, twerking on Instagram. She ain't doing nothing wrestling wise. Like, oh, you gonna post something about wrestling? Like, damn.
Nope.
You sure I'm following a wrestler? I feel like I'm following an Instagram model.
Yeah, pretty much.
Her and that black girl, NXT. Yo, when are you gonna start doing some wrestling? Show me your in-ring skills. What's going on? What are you working on?
I know it was one of them that Dana Brooks said when she gets healthy, like she's gonna give her a one-on-one match. Is that the same way you're talking about?
Why would Dana Brooke be giving anybody a one-on-one? Like that's a privilege. What?
Right. Hey, but in the great part, she was like, "Oh my god, that would be such an honor." I'm like, "To fight Dana Brooke."
Like what? To fight Dana Brooke? Are you serious?
Right, yeah, that was
that 24/7 title held that much status? Damn.
Yeah, since there's no more women's NXT tag champs,
because they don't got enough women down there as a team.
Right, yeah, because since Alba and Isla tag belts, it was.
And then you brought them up to the main roster for what? I don't know why. They wasn't even ready for main roster.
I don't think so either. I mean, they're good, but I don't think they were fully ready for the main roster yet.
I think they should have had Pretty Deadly on the main roster. They should never made them stop in no 2.0. That was a waste of their time.
Yeah, I feel a lot of people don't like them, but I ain't gonna front like the little singlets with half the Raw tag title and half the SmackDown tag titles on each side. I was like, all right, it's kind of fire. I thought it was gonna actually win, honestly. Being it was on SmackDown, I'm like, yo, they might actually pull this off. But then once I saw the stunner and then the Helluva Gas, I was like, it's over.
Yeah, that's a fact. Oh, let me get my money.
Oh, the next week we got Drew McIntyre and Riddle versus Imperium. That might be interesting.
You said who?
Riddle and Drew McIntyre versus Imperium.
Oh yeah, that might be different. Oh, you gonna get to see that live, right?
Nah, that's this Monday coming. I think this Monday they are in what are they in Cleveland? No, they're not in Cleveland this week. I forgot where they are this week, but nah, that's what that's the following week. Matter of fact, I got an interesting rumor that I'm trying to figure out what they're talking about, but we'll talk about that when we get to the news rumors part 2. I keep reading something. I'm like, yo, what are they talking about? So yeah, so we'll get to that point, so I can kind of see what the heck. Get your opinion on that. Also, we did see Lone Wolf return last week. We definitely was saying that we was waiting for him to go back to the old gimmick, and I was like, yeah, I can't see him going back to Lone Wolf without hair, but he actually, pulled it off.
He pulled it off, which was a miracle.
Right.
I'm like, yo, he's bald. It don't look right, but he pulled it off. I was happy. I was like, damn, it's too late though. We've been wanting this. All that happy and sad stuff.
Right. I'm like, so King Reezy says, hey, yo, what's going on, King Reezy?
I'm like, man, y'all should have been had him do this, because when he went broke, that's what he should have went back to. When he was doing all that, yo, I'm trying to get in the building stuff. They like, who are you?
Right.
Yeah, they should have did it. They should have did that. Or I'm proud he did it, but I don't know where he going next with it though, because like I said, the promo that he cut the other day, he was throwing all that stuff into the fire, like burning it,
Right.
like saying like all that stuff is not working, and none of that. I'm done. I'm not going backwards. I'm moving on forward. So I'm here for it. I'm just mad they got him down there and in the minor leagues doing this.
Word. Sloan said, "You're what's good, Sloan."
Sloan, what up? Seuss, what up, Seuss? Like I'm saying, yeah, they don't got him. They got him in the minor leagues doing this shit. So it's like,
But
uh,
you know, I think it was. I feel like they let him do an NXT to see how the fans would react to it, and being that they're like, all right, they want to see how it catches. Like you know, like back in the day when again they try to gimmick change, they'll go to main event first to see how it catches, and they're like,
yeah,
all right, you know what, it's cool, or now we don't really like that, so we're gonna keep it pushing.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Sloan says, "Smoking is fire."
That's what's up, Break, bro. I already know what you doing, Dr. Dab. Shout out to Dr. Dab. Shout out to Sloan, the Sucio Boys podcast. I can catch that. I'm gonna drop the link for that in the group chat. Yeah, shout out to them though. That's a fact.
Reezy says, "Big homie Sloan in the building, fire."
What you think was gonna happen next for Corbin though? You think is he gonna be on NXT for a while?
I think he's gonna try, be on NXT to try to kind of like build his stock up a little bit because he's a free agent, so he's really not on no main show yet. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're gonna help build his stock back up. You know what I'm saying? Then bring he'll make an appearance. I feel like the Lone Wolf and the old Damian Priest gimmick would have been a fire tag team.
Yo, you telling me he never got drafted?
Nah, he was a free agent.
Oh, yeah, him and the Punisher would have been fire together.
Right. That's why Cameron Grimes was like, yeah. So I think because he was like, oh, you were the last draft pick, and Cameron was like, well, you didn't even get drafted. So it was like, wow. I'm like, well, he has a point.
Yo, has he been on TV since the Corbin feud?
Nah, he hasn't been on there. I think he said something or last week or 2 weeks ago. He said something to Adam Pearce, but he hasn't done anything since then. And it's crazy because I'm looking at like the rosters and stuff. It's a lot of people who hasn't really been on TV. I don't know if it's because of injuries or they got other stuff going on, but since the draft, we barely see Theory. Like, only time we see Theory is if he kind of like has, he's in a title match rewarding the other person. Like when Jey Uso fought him for the United States title, and then was it last week when I think Sheamus wanted Solo, but it was like, no, Solo is busy tonight, but I give you a title match. You know what I'm saying? No, he fought Rich Holland, I think. Was it Rich Holland or was it Sheamus? He fought one of them. Yeah.
Theory for Sheamus.
Okay, so he fought Sheamus, right? So yeah. So outside of that, like, Theory here really hasn't been on there. Bobby Lashley, we haven't seen him at like maybe one time since the draft.
What about the Street Profits?
Yeah, the Street Profits is on and off. I think they had a match. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? And but they weren't on there after that.
Who we've been seeing a lot of that I'm liking now. I'm glad they should have been doing this, but what they go by, the War Raiders now or the Viking Raiders? What they go by?
The Viking Raiders.
Yeah. Even though they need to lose that gimmick and go back to the war stuff.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Adding Valhalla in it.
Yeah. You can still keep the Valhalla stuff, but go back to the war. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so Sloan says he's finna be the gatekeeper like the Miz and Ziggler. Okay.
Oh, he talking about Corbin?
Yeah.
The gatekeeper like Miz and yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I can see that. That was a good one, Sloan. Yeah, I can see that one. That's a fact. I ain't think about that. Yeah, you know what I would like to see though? If he gonna work his way up, though, right? Like go free agent, go from NXT, going on all up. I could see if that works out for him. I could see him being the one to beat Gunther.
Now, yeah, that's if Sheamus. I mean, Drew don't beat him because that's gonna be a fire match at SummerSlam.
I think Corbin would need it more than McIntyre. Corbin needs it more than McIntyre.
Yeah, because Corbin has been going. Basically, he's bringing up like his past, accomplishments. Like nothing is new. Like I retired Kurt Angle. I was the last one to pin Roman Reigns. Like all right, that was how long ago? Like what did you do like last month, the last year, the last 2 years? Like you talking about something you did 3-4 years ago?
Yeah, because I could see that happening. But the only thing I was thinking like how they gonna these days it's not really don't. How they gonna work that with two heels, right? Because when Gunther fought Sheamus the first time, Sheamus was still a heel, right? He didn't get cheered.
I think he was a heel, but he was more close to being a tweener instead of just a straight heel. And that's because he was fighting Gunther.
Yeah, he didn't get cheered until he went to London to Clash at the Castle. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
All right, so let's make our rounds. All right, and let's listen to what's been going on with AEW.
AEW, what's going on right now? Where do I start with them? Y'all can hear me still?
Yeah.
Y'all can still hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
AEW, what's going on? AEW, so AEW right now, I don't know where to catch y'all up from, but I'm gonna just speed it up. So we got the feud between the BCC and the Elite.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all don't know who's in the BCC, I'm Moxley, Bryan Danielson, Claudio, also known as Cesaro, and Wheeler Yuta. Yeah, they're feuding with the Elite. That's Kenny Omega, the Hung Bucks, Adam Page, Nick and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks. They got Blood and Guts coming up. If y'all know what Blood and Guts is, it's like a Hell in a Cell with like 10 dudes in there going havoc. And imagine Hell in a Cell with War Games AEW style though. So it's gonna be beyond. It's crazy. But the only problem is now, as a lot of people's getting injured before. They get injured before the Blood and Guts. Wheeler Yuta just got injured last night, and Bryan Danielson broke his forearm at Forbidden Door, so he's gonna be out for like 6 to 8 weeks, I think they said, or months. It's one of them. I don't know. So I don't. By the time he comes back, there might not even be no Blackpool Combat Club. I don't know what they're gonna do with that because they got to replace him. So they got to replace Wheeler Yuta. They got to replace Eddie Kingston. And they got to replace Bryan Danielson. The reason why they're replacing Eddie Kingston won his first singles title in Japan over the weekend.
Right.
Never open champ. He's the never open weight champion now. So he gave Japan a 1 month commitment. So he relinquished his number one contendership against Claudio. He gave it to Mark Briscoe to fight Claudio. Because he dedicated the next month to Japan. He's just gonna be fully dedicated to Japan. What else we got going on? We got the MJF Adam Cole situation. If you're not in tune with that, please tune into that. That is like Rock and Sock Connection 2.0. I swear it is hilarious. MJF, they got the tag team eliminator series where they just putting random people together. So MJF and Adam Cole are a tag team now. To speed you up on that, they had a match that went to no contest because the time limit went out after Adam Cole hit the Panama Sunrise on MJF a couple of weeks ago. And when he pinned him, the time ran out right after 2. Like the ref counted 1, 2, clock ran out. So boom, he never got a rematch. So boom, now they're a tag team, and the tag team eliminated contest. The tag team eliminated contest consists of random teams being put together. I don't like about that, what they do with that is why is FTR in this and they're the champions? Like, they should be back chilling, waiting for their opponents. Like, that's the only weird shit I don't give AEW. Like, why is FTR in this competition and they got the belts? But boom, speed y'all up. What else is going on? We got Nick Wayne. The big news in AEW, Nick Wayne is debuting next week. If you don't know who Nick Wayne is, please YouTube Nick Wayne versus Swerve Strickland from Defy Wrestling. You would know who Nick Wayne is. He's only 18 years old. He had the AEW contract when he was 16, but he had to complete high school before he could sign up. But he signed the contract, but he had to complete high school before he could appear on TV. He's debuting next week against nobody else but whoever this Swerve Strickland. So that's going to be fire. Tune into him. If you don't know him, he's the son of Buddy Wayne, who trained Darby Allin. What else is going on over there? Forbidden Door just passed. Oh, CM Punk. Well, of course, everybody knows CM Punk is back. I don't know if y'all want to hear it. We're going to skip past that. A lot of people don't like hearing about Punk. We're going to skip past Punk. Forbidden Door just passed. Will Ospreay beat Kenny Omega in probably the greatest match I've ever seen in my life. He hit him with the Tiger 91. I haven't seen that move since I was like 12 years old. And if you didn't see that match right there, man, Will Ospreay, I see why now they said after that match that Vince McMahon started asking questions about who's this Will Ospreay guy. Supposedly, they said that's the rumor now that they got their eyes on Will Ospreay.
All right.
Yeah, so
Nasty Leroy says, I'm sorry, DJ Faye says Nasty Leroy trained Nick Wayne.
God, it's crazy. Nasty Leroy. Yo, crazy. Shout out to DJ Faze, man. But yeah, though, that's what's going on over there. I'm trying to think what else is I'm missing. Luchasaurus, yeah. Shout out to my man Luchasaurus. Yeah, y'all know how much I used to praise Luchasaurus. He finally won. He finally won his first singles title. He is he's the TNT champion. My boy Luchasaurus. You know,
okay.
Yeah.
I know Sal will be excited about that.
Word. But let me see what else is going on over there. I gave y'all the injury updates. That's about it, yo. That's going on at AEW. We got Blood and Guts. We got All In coming in at Wembley next month on the 27th of August. The way I'm looking at it, the main event, it should be, if y'all don't know, CM Punk is cool with FTR. They call themselves CMFTR. So the way it's looking next month might be one of like the biggest tag matches since the Bloodline Civil War. Is going to be I hope, if they could put their differences aside, it should be the Elite versus CMFTR at Wembley. If they want to sell that out and sell more tickets, that's the lane they need to go. Or right. go Kenny versus Punk. No holds bar type shit. I could see that happening too. That's all that's happening. They got AEW got a big summer ahead of them. They got All In or All Out August 27th, and then Grand Slam is like 3 weeks after that. So they got a lot of stories to build up on. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully it's not too much on their schedule. Like a lot of people ask why they don't do monthly pay-per-views. We're gonna find out now because this is kind of like a monthly pay-per-view for them. Even though Grand Slam is on TV for free, but the caliber of matches are definitely pay-per-view.
Right.
But yeah, though, they got a tough summer ahead of them. So we're just gonna see where they're gonna do with it. But that's all that's really going on over there right now. The big story really is MJF and Adam Cole.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the big story, man. Adam Cole back from concussion. Oh, Jade Cargill finally lost the speed I love. I know I'm a little back, but we haven't been on live in a while. But Jade Cargill finally lost. She's taking a vacation too.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna be out for a little while. So, yeah.
All right. So let's get to the part of the show that we were talking about that we kind of want to touch base on. If I can find it. let's get into some news and rumors. So Callista Rosie is in the building. Thanks for joining us, Callista. So I was reading an article that's kind of interesting. So apparently, Kathy Kelly is upset that Rhea Ripley broke up with her. It's interesting because I'm trying to figure out where that came from. Because we all know that Rhea is in a full committed relationship with Buddy Matthews. Now, if Rhea is venturing out with women on the side, kudos to Buddy. But there was a video. So from what I was reading, there was a video that surfaced where Rhea was flirting with Samantha Irvin, and Rhea stated that, Samantha's my new girlfriend. So now Kathy Kelly's upset and she's going crazy. And she even mentioned that she's hanging out with Thea Hale to kind of make Rhea upset. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I seen all that on TikTok. What's going on? I seen the video that started all that where Rhea was in front of Samantha. Samantha, that's the one that's dating Ricochet, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I seen it when she was like googly-eyed over her. And I'm like, yo, what is going on here? But yeah, I see what was going on with that, though. I'm here for it. Listen, shout out to Buddy Matthews, man. If that's what's going on, if that's what's keeping his relationship with this girl, no, they work for two different companies, and that's just keeping them going. Hey, shout out to Buddy, B. I knew I had it. That's why I like that guy, man. I always like Buddy. But yeah, though, man. Oh, news and rumors be on right now too, right? Why we on news and rumors? I got some. I already said the AEW news, but Collision news. I got news on Collision. Yo, Collision is doing bad. Bad.
Yeah,
bad.
It's funny. I kind of, what I feel like? I feel like it's probably doing bad because of how everybody feels about PCM Punk, and the fact that Collision is kind of like circled and featured by CM Punk. I think that might be the reason. So yeah. DJ Face says they probably was it poly?
Oh, that polygamma stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
The polygamy, whatever that's polygamy, whatever it's called.
Yeah. Polyamorous.
Yeah. But yeah, they said the first week Punk's debut, it got 500,000. The second week, 487,000 or something like that. And then last week, I think there's been 3 weeks of Collision so far, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so last week it was like 200 something thousand.
But you know what it is too? It's rough to have like a weekly show on Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying. Saturday is not a good day for anything.
Saturday's typically like WWE's pay-per-view days. One, since have a one-off, but have a weekly show on Saturday. If you're thinking about the demographic, most people want to go out Saturday. Most people spend time with family. You know what I'm saying? So they're really not doing any. You know what I'm saying? They're not really gonna be like, oh, let me go watch wrestling. Just like when WCW had main event. Like, I mean, it was cool because we were younger and stuff like that. But
yeah, when you were a kid, that was cool. Like, Saturday, wrestling to come on, WCW, main event. I could see some NWO members.
Right, but you know what I'm saying. But it's like to have one now is like, because even them having pay-per-views on Saturday is kind of weird because it's like you watch pay-per-view on Saturday and then your thought is like, okay, well tomorrow I can't wait for Raw. Be like, oh wait, no, time out. It's Sunday. Okay, so now we got a whole day to about nothing, and we got to wait a whole another day for Raw. So DJ Face says Collision need to be on Friday, which is true. But they got Rampage on Friday.
Yeah, they got Rampage on Friday. Then they're gonna have Battle of the Belts and all that shit.
So I mean, only way Collision could have been on Thursday, but then it's like to have 3 consecutive days of AEW is like, would that be too much? So that would be, the question that comes up there. Like, all right, AEW come on Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. But I mean, it would be cool because like I said, we don't have anything to do on Thursdays. You know what I'm saying? So that would have been a great slot instead of having Rampage on Friday, because you have AEW Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday could be solely for SmackDown. But hey, that's not my call.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't like how they should have canceled Rampage.
Right.
And gave Collision at least 2 hours.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Or if that was the case, if they didn't want Punk on the same show, they could have just put Punk on Rampage and made Rampage 2 hours.
Right, would make sense.
Make Rampage 2 hours. Give the second hour to Punk. That's what I would have.
I mean, but the only thing about it, he would be on the same he'd be in the same building with a lot of the top, but like you said, lead the lead on Dynamite, and then like you said, Punk can headline. But yeah, I mean, you have Rampage on from Wednesday. I mean, from 10 to 12. Watching wrestling from 8 o'clock to 12.
On a Friday is crazy.
On a Friday, on top of that.
Yeah. I mean, it depends.
Yeah, that's why I feel like Rampage should move to. I mean, Rampage should move to Thursday. You have your 2 hour slot on Thursday where there's no competition. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, 2 consecutive days of AEW isn't bad. Yeah. So I think that would be the smart, strategic move that they should do. But.
And they talking about him. Oh nah, that episode when he was on Dynamite, they wasn't there. Well, they cut a promo from the back, but that could have been pre-recorded though.
Right.
But yeah, like I was saying, they could have do that. They could make that the second hour. But like them not being in the same building is kind of crazy. That's crazy. Like you're telling me for the rest of this man's career, these dudes is gonna be in separate. What they gonna do in pay-per-views? Forbidden Door, they was in the same building.
Right.
So you telling me because Punk went on first, they sent him home after that?
I mean, it's possible to have them on the same show and to keep them separated. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of feel like they kind of gauge to see how everything goes and kind of ease him back into the locker room with everybody else to see how it is, before they kind of just throw everything out there. So I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but yeah, like you said, like have Rampage be 2 hours, get rid of Collision, and then just go from there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It makes sense because they doing too much right now. I'm not gonna lie. They trying to get ratings. They didn't have to add another show. They just gotta fix certain stuff they doing on Dynamite, like the stuff they doing with MJF and Adam Cole is money. They could do more stuff like that. That shit is hitting right now. That shit is money. What they doing with them,
right?
And they could do it like that, like all this stuff with Jericho. Keep putting Jericho with factions. I'm tired of Jericho and his faction. Like last night, they had something to do with him and Don Kylie. They trying to join Don. Don asked Jericho to join his family, and Jericho's like, "Oh, why would I join when I create factions?" And then he was like, "Oh, what's your answer?" And he was like, "Oh, maybe." And then he walks off. And then he goes backstage and cuts a promo, and Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara was back there. He's telling him like, "Yo, you can't always be underneath my wing." Shit like that. Oh, you can't always be underneath my wing. Sometimes I gotta go and be your own man. And then boom, they did the drawing for the next tag team to be paired together. And who was it? Sammy and Danny paired together. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
So I have another kind of rumor that I was reading. So apparently, tomorrow night on SmackDown, even though Seth Rollins is a Raw superstar, he was supposed to have an open challenge on SmackDown tomorrow. But then they changed it to try to have him. Then he's supposed to fight Damian Priest. But they said since Damian Priest won the Money in the Bank contract, They're gonna have Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor tomorrow. So
they're gonna run that back again.
Yeah, for the Garden.
For the Garden, they could have did better for the Garden. We talking about the Garden. Come on, Tribal Chief Court, and then you're gonna run me back with this. That's how I know Tribal Chief Court is ending the show.
Of course it is. You wouldn't have to. You wouldn't end it no other way. Now, like we were saying, all for line, it would they would have to bring some more of the Samoan family in there, like Rikishi, possibly The Rock. You know what I'm saying, to kind of add to it. You know what I'm saying, because you need the elder Samoans to kind of add to the prestige and make it bigger than just the Usos putting Roman on trial to kind of make Solo the new tribal chief.
Yeah. Believe me, the Wild Samoans is gonna. Asuka and Sheik is definitely gonna be there.
Right. It's in the Garden, so
I think it's definitely gonna be there for his court session.
So DJ Faye said it's gonna be a DQ. Damien's gonna interfere. I feel like that too. I feel like Damien's gonna whether he does it purposely or by mistake. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of feel like after the match, or like you said, like DJ Faye said, Priest is gonna get Finn disqualified. And he's gonna try to cash in, and then Finn's gonna stop him like, no, you know what I'm saying, you messed up my title match, so how dare you try to cash in? So I can see that. DJ Faye says tribal court tomorrow. Yeah, so they're having a tribal court tomorrow. The Usos is putting Roman on trial tomorrow.
Yep. I'm here for it, man. Solo next in line, man. You feel me? It's only right.
I kind of want to get that. Well, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get the Uso shirt. The not the ones they got now. The ones, the red one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shirt is kind of fire. I think I'm gonna invest and actually buckle down and get that one. And that probably be the one that I get. That probably be the one that I wear going into.
I wonder what shirt Roman gonna wear tomorrow. Every week Roman got a new shirt.
He do. He probably gonna wear his one and only one shirt.
I'm not gonna lie, that might be the best one.
Yeah. I mean, now he's had some fire shirts, like you said, I feel like every week he's coming out with a new shirt, like the GOAT shirt. You know what I'm saying? The shirt with just him and Paul. The one and only shirt. So yeah, like you said, it's like every week that he's coming out with a new shirt for himself.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? As hot as they are right now, you would think they would have merch after what happened after Mania with KO and Sammy. They don't got no merch
at all. And it's, I mean, the best part of them right now is Kevin Owens being a loose cannon and trying to control his anger. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the best part of that tag team right now, because like we said, they're getting stale. Just like your boy on SmackDown, I'll let you know what I'm saying, go into that rumor.
Who, my boy Theory?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they saying like they about to end his reign, but they not saying the who though. They don't know if it's gonna happen. They saying it's getting kind of dry. I think he had 220 days or something like that. This reign, I think it's 220, but altogether he should be with this is his second one, right?
Yeah.
Well, altogether with both reigns, he should be hitting close to 300. Because he didn't when he lost it, he wasn't without the title for a long time. It wasn't that long.
Right. And the crazy part about it is, like, me and Sean was talking, and the crazy part about it was Cena said it. He was like, yo, you fighting me at WrestleMania, it's a lose-lose for you. He said, because if you lose, you lose. If you win, you lose. And he won, and he's basically losing because, like we said before, like he's only being featured on SmackDown to reward other people. You know what I'm saying? Like him getting a title match against Jey Uso was to reward Jay for trying to, you know what I'm saying, for staying in the bloodline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sheamus was rewarded because Sheamus wanted to fight Solo, and they was like, nope, Solo's busy, so we'll give you a title match against Austin Theory. So yeah, like you said, it is getting kind of stale, and they're not really using him because Theory was perfect on Raw because he was featured because Raw's 3 hours. They have so much stuff, and the fact that the Bloodline dominates SmackDown is hard.
Yeah, and he was the only. You gotta remember, he was the only champion on Raw.
Right.
And then when I was thinking, with two things, what probably was wrong with that, I think they had plans for him and Randy when Randy came back. Because you remember when he beat Cena, he was talking about all this legend stuff. Like, nobody could beat me. Like, I just beat a legend. Like, he was trying to kind of leaning towards Randy. Like, oh, what? I'm the legend killer. What do you mean you beat legend? Well, see if you could beat me.
Right.
That's what I thought it was leading to. But the way it's looking, I don't know if Randy's ever going to come back. But then I was looking at another scenario. Maybe it's part of the storyline with him and Cena, and it leads back to that somehow. Like, oh, you put a hex on me or something like that. Like, yo, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here like this, and blah, blah, blah. And him and Cena probably have a second match that would probably be better than the one they had at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that too.
Well, they said Randy is coming back. They said he should be back either around, well, obviously not by SummerSlam, but probably shortly after SummerSlam. They said he should be back around that time. But they did say he's definitely coming back.
Yeah, because I heard they redid his theme song, right? They redid his entrance music.
Nah, he needs to leave that.
Nah, yeah, it's going to be the same thing, but I heard they redid it though. Same chorus and stuff like that, but I think they redid it. I think I got to share it to the group. I was reading it the other day, but I don't know when. I mean, if he comes back, what they going to do with him now? They going to turn him heel? If they changing his music, I feel like they're giving him a heel run. Usually when you get your music changed, you going heel. What the hell?
So, and it's crazy because now I'm looking at it, because I remember you mentioned earlier that Eddie Kingston is the new was the overweight champion. So that means that means Carl Anderson. When did Carl Anderson lose it?
Carl Anderson lost it when they went to, remember that time that how he gonna fly back from Japan to Dubai or something like that?
Right.
It wasn't Night of Champions. What was the one they had before that?
I remember the pay-per-view, but I forgot which pay-per-view. Was it Crown Jewel?
Was it Clash? Was it?
I think it was Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel was where? In Dubai?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had New Japan. That's the night. That was back in January, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know it was like before or after the Rumble or something, because New Japan had their big pay-per-view. That was the first Kenny versus Will and Mercedes Moné. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, he lost it then. He lost it to Tonga then.
Okay.
Triple H, remember it was the debate. They was like, "Oh, is Triple H gonna let Carl go to Japan?" Remember they was debating that because they were saying like at first, they're not gonna allow them to go to Japan because it was part of their contract when they signed with WWE. Like, oh, you gotta cut Japan off.
Okay, so to go back, so Theory is 221 days as Intercontinental Champion. I mean, as U.S. champ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're gonna end it. I don't know who though. Maybe Solo.
Yeah, I can see that for him bringing gold to the bloodline. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Ronda and Shayna, we definitely.
Oh yeah, fact. We gotta get on that.
So their promo. So it's crazy because they said this is one of the first times that the person who gets attacked isn't the babyface. It's typically when two heels, whoever gets attacked, they're going to be that's the one who's the babyface. But it looks like Shayna is going to be the babyface in this because when Shayna came out, and was like, "Yo, you need to. We tired of hearing you talk. You need to, saying never pick up a mic again." The crowd went crazy. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, I was here for that. When she did that, I'm like, yeah, she's right. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, she's right. You can't be mad at her, bro. You
that
never, you
did.
don't want to hear it. We done with you. But they talking about Ronda. This might be it for her after this. They
Yeah,
saying that she's gonna go back to
they,
UFC.
yeah, they said she has a hard out, whatever that means. But they said shortly after SummerSlam, yeah, she's definitely leaving. DJ Face says Riddle versus Randy. That'll be, I can see that.
Yo, so you, so Maine, so you think they're gonna do a loser leaves WWE with Ronda and Shayna to make it look like,
No, I feel like what's gonna happen is after the match, Shayna's probably gonna attack her and go back to the Queen of Spades, and she's gonna brutally beat Ronda, you know what I'm saying, and kind of write her off that way.
Yeah. So you don't think they're gonna have Shayna win?
I can see Shayna winning.
Why would Ronda need to win? Because she's leaving and then she's turning her back on the company that's putting everything into her. Like, she's dogging wrestling right now. Like, she's telling her, I don't like it and this and that.
I mean, I can see it both ways. I can see Shayna winning, but also like after the match, just still trying, dominating. But then it will make sense if Ronda wins and then Shayna just black out and just take out. You know what I'm saying? So I can see it from both aspects.
Yeah.
Either route they go, it makes sense. But yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah, because I'm telling you right now, if the rumor is true of her, I believe it is true. She's going back. Even though that girl retired, I look at it as a power move. You waited for this joint to retire, Nunes, and now you want to go back? Okay. But yeah, anyway, they're going to give her the same treatment that they gave Brock at WrestleMania 20 when he fought Goldberg.
You think so?
The crowd, hell yeah.
I can only way I can see them not doing it is because of the rumored merger with UFC. So I guess it kind of like it would be a smooth transition. Now if that they didn't have that merger, then I can definitely see that happening.
Yeah, I know the crowd will. The crowd gonna give her that treatment.
Oh, of course.
She's gonna get a lot of F-bombs. A lot of F-bombs. Word.
Like Roman was getting, like the crowd was getting into Roman. I was like, whoa, what? They really saying that? Okay.
Yo, they was killing him, and they were killing him in London, bro.
Yeah, he was even like, wait a minute, what? He had to take a step back, like, wait a minute, hold on.
And they was saying, yo, stand up if you hate Roman. Stand up if you hate Roman.
I thought they said shut up if you hate Roman.
Nah, stand up if you hate Roman.
Everybody in the middle was like, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy how they literally created their own chant and it just caught on.
And then you see how they flipped it on him because he sat down. You didn't peep when he sat down on her. That's why he sat down, right? So when he sat down.
I need to go back and watch that.
Yeah. And then when he sat down, right? They switched it on him. Sit down if you hate Roman. Sit down if you hate Roman. Sit down if you hate Roman. I'm like, yo, they gotta have a WrestleMania in London, bro.
Right.
It's nothing else for them to do. They gotta have WrestleMania in London, bro. I can just see it now.
And King Reezy said, I don't see Priest cashing on Rollins. Really? I can see it.
I hope not. I want Rollins to lose to LA. Well, if he does an open challenge on SmackDown, I want LA Knight to take it.
Yeah, the crowd will go crazy. But yeah, like I said, they already said it's gonna be Seth and Finn. But yeah, the LA Knight, setting up the open challenge, I think that would that in the Garden crowd that would have that the crowd would go crazy.
They would love that.
Oh, of course. What else? It says base something.
Oh, Fight Forever came out.
Yeah. Oh, you played it?
Nah.
So everybody, like my boy, shout out to Esco.
Both Pepsis?
He's been real adamant about not, he hasn't played a WWE game in a while. Even when he used to come over, I'm like, yo, let's play. Smack, let's play 2K. Nah. But he was like, yo, I'm about to go back to playing wrestling because AEW forever is by THQ. THQ is the best friend. And I'm like, you gotta remember, it's the reason why WWE left THQ. Like, nah. And even if the reviews I saw and like those screenshots, I'm like, yeah, it don't look like sharp. And when he texted me, he was like, yeah, bro, I was wrong. Fight Forever is trash. I was like, wow.
Yo, but I'm not gonna lie. When I see everybody on Twitter talking about, oh, this is the best wrestling game I ever played. I haven't had so much fun since SmackDown versus Raw. I'm like, what?
Wow.
I'm like, man, get the hell out of here, man. Those are them AEW marks, though. That's what that is.
You know what it is? I feel like we'll know the real truth is if by what are we in July? By November, if it's on PlayStation Plus for free.
That's a fact.
If it's on, and then we're gonna be like, yeah, I guess it wasn't doing as good as you thought it was.
That's definitely a fact.
So yeah, I was like, all right. But yeah, I mean, like I said, that'd probably be the only way I play it because I'm definitely not buying it.
Yeah, I'm definitely not buying it. If it drops down to $30, I'll buy it.
Even then, I probably just wait. But
when I seen the gameplay and they showed Darby on a skateboard, I'm like, yo, bro, what is going on? They showed my man on a skateboard skating away from the ring. And then Chris Stratlander pulled out a skateboard. I said, yo, what? Everybody gets skateboards now? I'm like, yo. Word. That's a fact. I don't know. What else going on in news and rumors? Let me see. That's it, I think.
Let me go back. I think that was
the SummerSlam card.
Oh yeah,
the rumored card. We can hit them with that and see what they. I like the rumored card. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I don't like Logan Paul beating Ricochet, bro. I'm not here for that. They gotta put some respect on Ricochet's name, man.
Yeah. But at the same time, Logan definitely has to have that
the rest of your food.
ISO. Oh wait, this is a different okay, so this one is Bianca versus Charlotte versus Asuka for the women's title. I can see that. Gunther and Drew McIntyre, we definitely see that. Now this one says Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor and Damian Priest, where another one that we read was Kevin Owens and Sami versus DIY. Trish versus Becky, we know that. We said Logan Paul versus Ricochet, but this one is saying LA Knight versus Logan Paul.
Yeah, I think that might end up being a triple threat.
And then Cody versus Brock. And Jey Uso versus Roman.
Think Jay gonna win?
And that's from Bleacher Report. Nah. Now he got his pin. He so I think that's where it stops.
Taco.
You think so?
Taco.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna
It's been a bar.
That's features.
No.
Yeah, and that was a Bleacher Report predicted card.
I really think it is gonna be him and Ricochet though, but
yeah,
that Spanish fly spot, it was supposed to go better than that, but they ended up doing a backstage brawl with him and Ricochet after that. Yeah.
And then Ricochet came out on Raw and he challenged. He invited Logan Paul to come and confront him next week on Raw. So
yeah, you can't call Logan out. He a part timer. You gotta.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You gotta invite him.
Right. Hey, Logan, you know what I'm saying? You're free. You ain't doing nothing. And, you know, except meet me in the ring next week. Yeah, you can't call them out because they'll be like, unfortunately, he'd be like, yeah, unfortunately, Logan's not here to accept this award. So on behalf,
On behalf of Logan Paul, I'm gonna take this award.
Right.
On behalf of Logan Paul, let me take this award.
Right, exactly.
You know, he got 13 million followers, bro.
Yeah. That's insane. But you know, that's the reason why, you know, WWE, like, you know what I'm saying, uses him because of that aspect alone.
Yo, how do you sign a part-time into a full-time contract though?
Yeah, and then he got drafted to Raw, which is weird. I'm like, how is he even drafted? Like,
He should have been a free agent.
he should have.
That was the case.
Right. But yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, people like WWE makes questionable decisions, and the only thing we can do is be like, oh, okay, I guess.
Yeah. Oh.
So, what else? I feel we touched base on everything.
Yeah, we touched base on everything. You know, they got the Owen Hart Invitational tournament, all the semifinals.
Okay, that's what I wanted to touch base on. How in the world
I know what you're about to say.
Fight Forever, he has not had a single match for AEW. AEW didn't even exist when Owen Hart was wrestling. He can Fight Forever. Like, why? And I know that I forgot his wife's name, but I know she hates WWE, and I get it. But how are you gonna have Owen Hart? Like, what moveset is he gonna have? You gonna go pull up his old WWE moveset and bring it to AEW? Like, that's weird to me.
And they got him dressed as the Blue Blazer.
Right. Yeah. On top of that,
You're gonna have him dressed as the man he died as. Why?
yeah. I don't know. Like that roster spot could have went to somebody else, but hey, who am I?
I don't know. And they got him in story mode gimmicks and all that. They got him talking about stuff. I'm like, why is he interacting with modern day wrestlers in a story mode?
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's just weird.
he got all that stuff. He got all that stuff going on with him. He got the invitational tournament. I don't understand that one either. Like, why?
Yeah. Like out of all the people you can dedicate it to, or you can use, you want to use. Like, I mean, and I get it, but Owen Hart has no affiliation,
None.
Bret Hart's never in AEW. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
He only came there once. Bret made one appearance.
right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you kind of like get.
And then Vince shut that down after that. He signed him to that contract.
Right. And I mean, and I guess because Jericho's there, you want to keep the Canadian thing going, but outside of that, like I really don't see no connection with it.
That's a fact. That's what I said. I'm like, why is Owen in this game? And then why is he? I'm like, yo, at first I'm like, yo, what ring gear are they gonna give him?
Right. And what theme is you gonna do? I mean, you gonna give him his own his. I mean, you can't make him you can't give him a theme music he never had before. So
I thought that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought they was gonna have him come out to "Enough Is Enough" and it's time for a change.
Yeah. But you know, Vince owns the right to that, so
yeah. I thought Vince owned the rights to him. Bret made one appearance and already knew AEW. So. Yeah, he was a one and done for him. He came
was like,
out,
nope. This is it.
all he said when he came out was, "This is a beautiful belt. This is a beautiful belt." That's what he kept saying. This belt is so beautiful. He didn't give shout out to nobody on the roster. Nothing. He ain't thank Tony Khan. Nothing. Well, this is just a beautiful belt. My name is Bret Hart, and I gotta go. Nice belt. Nice looking belt.
So Swerve Show said hit that like. Definitely hit the like, and we'll definitely, you know, follow the Swerve Show. You know, we'll show love. You know, love is love.
That's a fact. That's what we do around here.
He said laugh out loud. That's true.
No, that's all he said. Beautiful belt. Beautiful belt. It's a beautiful belt. And then Vince caught eye of that. We ain't doing that. Let me sign you to this legend. Yeah. me give you the legend. I don't like you like that, but I'm gonna give you a legends deal. I still
Right.
own you. I still own you.
He was like, yeah, he said, I'm a father figure, right? All right, let's keep it that way.
Word, y'all can keep Owen. I got the big brother. Word.
All
Right.
right, all right, y'all. So we are at that hour and 30-minute mark. We definitely thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for showing love. We're definitely gonna be more consistent and bring you guys more content. So therefore we won't have all of the time. We kind of catch up on everything. So we definitely see you guys next week. To catch up on Raw, definitely for Raw SmackDown. We definitely can have give our views and opinions on Tribal Court and see how that went. We got one more comment. Let's see. First says, "Oh snap, keep Owen. We got the world record breaker in Natalia."
Yo, that's true. She did get all those Guinness World Records. Yeah, I've seen that.
Right.
Yeah.
So we definitely thank you guys for tuning in. This has been your host, J Mac. The protege, J Mac Mean.
You know who I am, man. But today, from now on, from this day on, just call me the Big Bad Susio Daddy. You heard?
The Big Bad Susio Daddy. And we'll definitely see you guys next week. Peace.